the Treasure Coast. We're here in downtown Stuart for our very first podcast, videocast, whatever you're listening, however you're watching. My name's Joe Matuella. I'm with One Group at LPT Realty, and I'm also the owner of iPix. It's a marketing firm. I'm here today with Keith Dean. He's the coach, the corporate coach of LPT, and also the president and founder of Your Synergy Coaching. How you doing, Keith?
Doing great, Joe. How you doing?
All right.
Good to see you.
Finally got to do this, right?
Finally. I'm looking forward to it.
We've been talking about this forever. So, how long have you been a coach?
I've been a coach for about 6 years now, going on 7. Been in real estate for about 20 years.
All right. Okay, good. And now I know when you were coaching, so you were pretty much, you're a two-trick pony as far as it goes with real estate brokerages. Is that right? You were with Keller Williams, and now you're at LPT?
Yep.
Where did you start your career?
Actually, I started my career 2002 in Orlando, Florida. I was with a company called Coldwell Banker. Maybe you've heard of that. All the 20 years, this is my third brokerage. So I haven't really hopped around too much. I'm a very loyal person, but I'm also more agent-centric than most. I look at the agents and how I can help the agents. And in my entire career, that's kind of how it's been. I've been very successful in selling real estate. And so now I'm here to help others do the same, if not better.
You know, one of the things I heard, Robert Palmer, who's the founder of LPT, he basically said that, that old adage, those who can do, those who can't teach. But in real estate, it's those who can end up teaching everybody. That's the best way to really build a real estate career. And that's where you are. So you're the teacher, you're the coach. You help people grow their careers. I mean, I know personally at least a dozen agents that you really help put on the map. So what would you say? What's the first thing you do when you meet an agent? Let's start with, who is the typical person that comes to you?
Well, it's really interesting you say that, Joe, because we have two, actually, people that would consider coaching in this market. The fact of the matter is we have brand new agents always coming into the market. We have brand new agents leaving the market. But the ones who are coming in and really want to do this business, it's about, what do I do next? What's the next thing I do, coach? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what to say. Help me out with that, right? And then we have the people who have been in this business for, 10, 12 years, and they haven't seen this market before. So I'm here to help both those types of agents. I can help agents that are brand new, and I can help agents that are selling $100 million a year and wanting to be able to spend more time with their family and make the same, if not more money. So there is an array of different types of people that I can help, and I enjoy doing it, by the way.
So, when it comes to coaching, I know a lot of people are resistant to the idea. So I'm going right to the nuts and bolts of it. I know I was one of those people. I sort of came up in my prior career. I turned around the Speakers Bureau. We converted everybody to coaching. And knowing a lot of these people, these were old school speakers that had lots of books and things to sell, so they're always selling something. But that's not what real estate coaching is. That's not what you do. What you do is you focus individually on each person. So is there a cookie cutter model that you use, or is it?
That's pretty cool you say that. Actually, my cookie cutter is my experience throughout my 20 years. I've kind of made a blend here. I'm not here to make money on the agents by products. I'm here to help them, and my strength, and I've been told this by my coach, my strength is one-on-one. My strength is you and me talking about your business, about what your problems are, what your concerns are, where your struggles are, and how I can help you be able to get better at what you do. Everybody's different. So I have to work with all the different types of personalities, right? And I have to work with them to figure out what's best for them. So I basically customize everything that I do, all the experience that I have, all the reading that I do as far as what's going on in this market to help that particular agent. So I think the easiest answer to that question is I literally customize my coaching to the individual.
It makes sense. I mean, I've borne witness to your coaching, so I can say that I actually haven't really seen a specific path you take. It's more like someone comes to you, almost like a therapist on one level, where they come to you and go, gosh, I'm just not getting sales, I'm not doing this, and then you say, well, what are you doing? Well, I don't know, what am I doing? Right? Are you making phone calls? Are you? And their answer is no, and then you walk them through and say, well, first thing, right? So let's just take a quick little moment, right? My real estate team, so I'm on the Jillian Home team. Jillian's one of the top agents. Jillian Von Olin is one of the top agents in the Treasure Coast. And we have a pretty good system of what we do. But it's always changing and always improving. So right now with the market shift, our lead quality has depleted. Our referrals are still high. I would say that would be 80% of what's coming through.
Right.
But we want to have a 50-50 model, 50% referral, 50% new generation. So what would you suggest? Like, where should I be thinking, looking? Like, how should I tear that apart and start improving that?
I think we're not going to have a lead problem. We're going to have a conversion problem. I think really the leads as you come in are going to be the people that you're going to do eyeball to eyeball contact with. Years ago it was about knocking on doors and asking for business. Now it's knocking on doors and building relationships. It's helping people find out what they can do with their life if they want to move on to another purchase, or if they want to be able to give you an idea of someone who does. I think your business is good what you're doing. I do think you need to do more of it. There was a time we were doing like 3 hours of not picking up the phone and just slamming out the phone. Well, now that might turn into 4 or 5. And don't bore yourself out, Joe. You don't have to be on the phone all the time. We have other avenues. Get out there and talk to people. It's face-to-face activities is what really is going to grow your business. We had a time with the pandemic where everybody kind of shut down. And a lot of real estate agents just stopped doing what they were doing based on the fact that they were just like selling houses so fast. I did a little sequence. It was like 16 seconds, 16 minutes, 16 hours. I mean, it really was like that pattern that we were taking. To me, being in a business as long as I have, that's not real estate. That's taking orders. So we have to adapt what we're doing now, but we got to get back to that one-on-one, Joe. We got to go make friends. We got to go make acquaintances. We got to go build relationships with people. That's what's going to grow our business more than anything. And you don't have to have a real estate conversation to talk about real estate. It comes in naturally.
What I love is you wouldn't call yourself a marketer, but you are sort of this. You have a great expertise in real estate. Real estate requires knowledge on so many different areas, from contract, from product to managing business, managing money, credit, and marketing, and things like that. So one of my top abilities is marketing. So I belong to like a group of marketing people that have been doing this for 20 and 30 years. And we just met about 2 weeks ago. And one of the things that they said, now these are companies that provide marketing services to real estate agents and other companies. And the one thing they said was, what's working now doesn't help our digital marketing companies. What's working now is face-to-face and shaking hands, getting out there. Actually, real estate agents can knock on doors, so find a community that you can knock on doors. That's what you said. Everything that these guys who make millions of dollars in selling marketing services, you said what they just said. And they know, like, they have to up their game because the way the market has shifted, that face-to-face is really doing a great job. And even mailing, they said, was the other thing. So again, as digital marketers, we got away from mailing, but now nobody's mailing. So, doing, a nice postal drive.
I like to feed off of that, Joe, because we're actually part of a company called LPT Realty, and the owner of that company, the CEO, is Robert Palmer. Robert Palmer is known in the area for his lending, and now he's known for building a real estate company. There was a product that he created back 2016 for a lot of the agents, and when I was with Keller Williams, we actually went to a class, and I bought into that program because the program was something called direct mail. Right? So everybody says direct mail. What's that? What's a stamp? Right? What's a postcard? Well, we're here. We're back. Right? His product was used prior. I used it myself. I sold houses I didn't think I could sell. I sold the ugly house in the neighborhood because of that product. That's the kind of products that we need. We need to surround ourselves with people. And if you're not with LPT, you need to surround yourself with people that will produce those types of products for you, because that's what's getting in the hands. People want it in their hands again. They want to be able to see it and touch it and feel it. And the thing of it is, I also have a little bit of psychology as well. And the idea of actually reading something physically in your hand gets into your brain and you can't get it out. So what better thing to do to be able to promote you as a real estate agent, or you as in a marketing campaign, and they're looking at it and it's in there. They throw it in the trash can, but they can't get rid of it because it's in their head. And the next time they see it again. It's consistency. It's not just one postcard. It's it's 8, it's
Right.
10, it's 12. It's a consistency.
So in that, so that was, you're talking about like Listing Power Tools, which is the real estate marketing company that Robert Palmer started and owns. And then as you felt, Listing Power Tools, LPT Realty. So he sort of created something that would his products support,
Yep.
in essence, right?
Exactly.
So I know that as a, when you get a listing, you get a power pack, and that power pack has 168 pieces of printed material, everything from door hangers to business cards for the homeowner to give out, and business cards for you to give out, to do door knocking, to one, we call them one sheets or tear sheets, where you can give them to people, right? Or when you have an open house, they come in and see these giant postcards with all that information, so they can walk away and take something home with them. So again, it's that you are the Listing Power Tools coach to LPT,
Mm-hmm.
and so you're teaching everybody at LPT how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So how to even mix in. So there's a digital component as well as a printed component.
Mm-hmm.
So you're teaching them how to bring both those sides back to the market when the market went completely digital, and agents abandoned things that worked for years. And I think people did get a bit. We got blinded by our post box, our what do you even call it? Your mailbox.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
Right.
Where we just go on there, you just get crap and you just throw it away. You just stop looking at it. And now I realize, like, I went to my mailbox the other day, and I had one postcard in it, and I looked at it, and I thought that was really great. So it does work again. And again, so with you as a coach, so you would, the Listing Power Tools coach to LPT agents, you coach LPT agents as real estate agents, not just for the Listing Power Tools, but you have a full coaching program there.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you were instrumental, an element of the new coaching program. So for new agents to come in, I know you're part of that. So when you come into LPT, let's give people a little introduction to LPT. That's where you hang your hat. So when you're a brand new agent, let's say you've never done a deal before, how does that new agent get support from the company?
That's an excellent question, and that's exactly what Robert and the staff has been trying to do, is to create a mixed agent-centric company to help agents be first in our limelight. You guys are the front line, and so we as supporting components here need to be able to help you be able to succeed. Your success is our success. Oh, that's been an old cliche, but it's the truth. One of those things that I live by is that if I want my dream to come true, I have to help many other people's dream come true too, and mine will come. That's Zig Ziglar, right? But that's the components of what Robert Palmer has put together. How can we create a brokerage to be able to help the agents first? Help them. So a new agent comes into the company, they go through an orientation. We have a program called APU, which is called Agent Power Up. The Agent Power Up program, which is I'm an infinite part of that, is be able to help them to understand what to do, when to do it, how to do it, get all the little details of doing real estate, but not to overschool them. I get them into coaching to get that first deal. And coaching is activities. It's not just something where someone just like, it's a rah-rah session. This is a dig deep business coaching that helps them understand what they need to do, the activities. I don't just coach generally, I coach to the person. I don't necessarily coach all real estate because I have a life coach as well. And I do mentorship, I do training. All these things work together to be able to give a well-rounded person and myself to be able to help that individual to become a better agent. LPT is designed for agents. They're designed to help them. They have the supporting cast at the office. We have people that are in support. We have people that are on compliance. We have constantly have, we have a mentor. We have a trainer. In Penny, we have a mentor in Natalie. I have a coach in myself. We have Colleen that kind of keeps us all together, and Matt Hodge, who's one of the vice presidents of the company, are all working together hard in our conversations at the leadership level. I'm also part of the leadership within LPT. In that leadership, our constant endeavor is always talking about what we can do better for the agents.
What I like about LPT is that coaching and that mentor attitude. I know that, again, we're slinging Robert Palmer's name all the time, but he really is he's a nice man. It's nice to work with someone who's a good person, but he actually gives time to agents. So I know, like, you know, I would guess at this point, since we're 2,500 agents strong in Florida, you know, so there's more of a qualification to be able to be mentored by him. But I know, for example, Jillian Von Olin, she's was being mentored by him, and I think that's just unbelievable, right, to have that resource. So again, it's that mentoring and that coaching. And so we have the coaching program, which you run. So it's more than just you. You have other coaches, and again, growing all the time. So as we grow, so you'll nationwide is where your coverage will be.
Yep.
I know as part of your synergy, your coaching program is separate from LPT. So you'll take agents from anywhere, not just LPT.
I'm glad you said that. I don't coach to the badge. I coach to the agent. And the agent needs to understand that I'm there for them. I'm not the limelight. This is probably the most limelight I've ever been in the last several years, is actually being on a camera. I'm not here for that. My whole objection is to be able to put the agent first and to make their business grow. I've had my time, and I do not practice real estate. I don't go out and do listing presentations. I actually know more about the market now than when I was. Because I work with so many different agents and so many different teams to be able to help them grow. I'm that secret weapon. I'm the what next, right? So that's what I want to be. I could do real estate if I wanted to, Joe. I could quit today and kill this market if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I want to see how many people I can help. And I literally wake up every single morning, I look at my phone, and my phone is just loaded with purple. And purple is all about my listing clients, right? And I see I got 7 people I'm going to talk today. And I wake up and I say, how can I help 8? That's just my day, every single day. I look forward to getting up and helping people because I see, as you said, I'm able to see the growth. I'm able to see them planting seeds and becoming great agents because they're all about putting first the customer. And that's what we try to do.
So you do individual agent coaching, you do group coaching. Mm-hmm. I know LPT has 2 other structures, we'll call it. One would be like one group. So one group LPT is it's an open group of leaders, of volunteers that teach other agents. So we support or in conjunction with the training and the coaching, the mentoring that LPT delivers. We provide other real world strategies and more tangible because mm-hmm. we're all in the field and it's more like as we fly and what's happening. But then, so one group is an open network that nobody has to pay for, that everyone is welcome. Again, it's specific to LPT. We're thinking about maybe opening it up to others, but we haven't decided yet. Maybe you'll let us know. But that would be to invite new people into LPT to
Sure.
see what we do.
Sure.
But then the other is we have the network where so LPT is a recruiting business model like EXP, like Keller Williams, where the agent does the recruiting as opposed to the company doing the recruiting, right? That's always been the case. The agents did most of the referring, the most of the community appeal to other agents to bring people in. Mm-hmm. They meet somebody and they go, oh, you like your agency? Oh, I love my broker. And then they find out more information. So now at LPT, the agent does the recruiting. And when you bring them in, typically the traditional model was that whoever you recruited, you sort of were responsible for. Where so if I'm a really terrible agent and I recruited somebody really great, then I can't provide anything to them, but they're trapped in my network. Well, that doesn't exist at LPT because who recruits you is specifically who influenced you the most to come in. Mm-hmm. But you can join any of the networks, whether you can join an open network or you can join I guess it would just be the network. You can join an agent's network. So that would be almost like a team where you would come in, get coaching, mentoring, training, not necessarily get leads and things like that like you would on a team, but you would get all that support from this organization and you would pay them a small fee. And again, that fee is whatever that group would put out there. Yeah. Usually a percentage of your sale.
Yeah. A la carte.
Right? So you have the network, the open network, the group coaching, individual coaching, and then all the trainings and things at LPT. I know that since I've been licensed, I can't possibly consume everything that's out there.
You won't.
We try.
Yeah.
So So let's tie this up with that. So what do you say to people that are in LPT or even anywhere, like even Keller Williams, when you get that information fatigue, where there's so much information you don't know where to start? What should they do?
Well, I'm all into coaching. I always have been, because I think that's kind of like that outside person looking into your business, to be able to help you with what? Your mindset, right? Your mindset changes everything. Your mindset's all about your success, about if you're successful or if you're a failure because of your mindset. But I think anybody out there who wants to learn more about a company who is all about the agent, we provide coaching to be able to help you knowing what to do next, because that's always going to be the question. I have a coach. I hire a coach. I believe in that. I'm always asking Todd, what's next? Because that's what I need. We all need that. I think if you go out and to do this by yourself and on your own, can you be successful? Absolutely. My question to you is, how long would you want that to take? We can do it very quickly. It's just a matter of being able to figure out exactly what we need to do with that. And as we work with these agents, we work with them individually. We work with them as a team, because you need that camaraderie of other agents having some failures, having some successes, to be able to make all this work. And I guess I would really want to say too, Joe, if you want to know more information about that, contact us. I mean, we're really embedded in this company. We're embedded in real estate. I'm in real estate for life. This will be the last thing I ever do, because I love it so much, and I'm with a group of people that truly believe in the agents, and I finally have found that, and I just feel exonerated. I just feel like that, sometimes you try to figure out when your ship comes in. Well, LPT is my ship right now, and it probably will be for a very, very long time, because I truly believe in what Robert's doing. I want to say one thing about Robert. A lot of people talk about him, and I know Robert enjoys that because he is very good at what he does, and he's a great marketer. I mean, he's a genius when it comes to that. But I also want to say this. Great people do not learn from their own mistakes. They learn from the mistakes of others. And Robert has literally put all of this together and figured out what the other big companies have done that have been good, and what they've done that hasn't really worked. And we kind of put it in a pot, and we stir it up and try to figure out what is the best thing for us to do for the agents. And that's what we've done as a group.
I think that's one of the things I like the most about it, is the model was that, number one, it's real estate first, agent first, if you put those two together, right? So this is about selling real estate. So even though we are growing phenomenally, right? So I understand we're the third largest in the state of Florida at this point. We've opened up, and I can't even keep up with how many other
We're
states
in Texas, and we're in Virginia. Colorado, Tennessee are coming up behind that. North Carolina.
North Carolina just opened.
Yep. So we are opening slowly, because we want to make sure that we've got everything. Every state's different. Sure. And this is a big task on us to be able to make sure that we've got things properly done for each state. So we're going to be doing slowly but surely, if you can kind of wrap your head around that.
Sure. I think the fun thing about it being that agent recruiting model, where I guess we'll go over all those details in another session. Mm-hmm. But it's really great to know that you can expand your network. So like with me, so I'm one of the co-founders of one group, and that one group, we have 6 leaders. We have a couple more that are coming in, and we are just committed to helping the other agents succeed. And there's the benefit is we learn too as we go.
Yeah.
While I'm not new to real estate, I'm a newer agent, but I've worked with 7 of the top 10 tract builders in the country with my marketing company. I've done all kinds of stuff. Corporate turnaround is part of my background, and I turned around a home builder. So I've been in the game, and my real estate marketing company. So I'm walking that forward because. So I was just officially licensed, really started, I think it was September 29th. It was my first official day as a real estate agent. And
after a long time of
talking about it. They're coaching me to do it.
We've known each other for what, 6 years? 5 years?
Yeah. In the last 2 years, he's definitely. Let's say I signed up for the class 2 years ago. I just finally got to it.
Hey, it's okay.
But my first 90 days, right? I did. I did $1 million in closings, another 440,000 pending. It's a new construction, so that'll be a future
Fantastic.
a future payout. But the great part was that while you're doing all that, it's like I think when you're on the outside world looking into real estate, you think like these people are just selling houses and making money, and I guess sometimes it's like that, but we don't really sell houses. We really pair people to their best choice,
Yeah.
and then we problem solve the whole way through. It's not like you slap your credit card down and then there's a transaction, you walk away. There's a million little pieces that can fall apart, and as you know, lots of things can fall apart. So one of my clients works with me now, but it becomes as much of a calling as any other business. Like you do something because you're passionate about it. It's very easy to become passionate about real estate. It's not the brick and mortar I'm passionate about. It's more of the people. I really right.
Look at that.
So for me, it's helping them solve those problems to get into their dream home. I just wrote an email to somebody and they asked me. They were like, I have a little challenge here and there, and I really want a house with a pool, and I want it to be, $300,000. And the joke is to say, well, I have a time machine out back. Let me bring it up here and I'll help you through it.
Right.
But we actually,
that property's already sold because I already bought it for you.
But I actually helped somebody. I helped somebody get into a house that was $330,000 with a pool.
Right.
And that is like the greatest. You just feel good about it.
Well, Joe, I'm going to say something, and we'll talk about this in another segment. But I want to say this: real estate is not just about selling houses.
No, it's not.
If you want to do this business and all you want to do is sell a house, that's great. You can make a living. But I'm going to say a word that most agents don't really comprehend, and that's called retirement. Yeah, there are people on Facebook that I noticed that are selling real estate at 109 years old. You don't have to do that.
Right.
And we'll talk about in a segment of what we need to do about being able to set yourself up so that you can actually have investments, you can have money coming into you, so that when you retire, you can be making the same amount of money than when you were out there busting your butt to be able to sell houses and get people into homes. It's more than that. And once we start realizing that it's more, that's when this market will be a benefit to you. I'm excited about 2023. There's some crazy things going to happen this year, but it's all going to be an adjustment for real estate. Real estate in the pandemic was the one thing that actually kept the market strong. We're going to do it again, and I'm excited to coach people through it.
All right, well, that's probably a good place to start tying it up. So Keith Dean, LPT corporate coach, listing power tools coach, founder, president of Your Synergy. So if you're looking for a coach, this is the man I'd recommend. My name's Joe Matuella with One Group and Jillian Home Selling Team. I just wanted to take a moment, before we kind of sign out here. I'm going to pick up the camera and roll it around. So we're in downtown Stuart, and I'm going to jump out behind the camera. So we're in downtown Stuart, and there's a boardwalk that runs along the old downtown, and it's beautiful. So right there's the bridge. What's it? The MacArthur Bridge? Roosevelt Bridge. That was one of those guys.
He was one of those presidents.
Yeah, and that's so funny. And we're doing this real live.
We're doing this live with no scripts and proctors.
Yes,
we are.
But so this boardwalk goes from here all the way down underneath that bridge. It wraps around. It's like a little peninsula sticking out over there, and it goes all the way down in front of all these restaurants and around. It's really cute.
There's always Seller's Return.
There's all the way down to Seller's Return.
Seller's Return. Yep.
Oh, right, all the way down to Seller's Return, which is right under the bridge.
Right.
And then there's shopping and a lot of fun things. And again, look at these great docks. I would imagine that people park out here at times, but there's nobody here today.
Yeah, around dinner time you start seeing a lot of people out here. It's a beautiful town. I love it.
Yeah, so this place is beautiful. So if you guys are in the area, come take a look at Stuart. Right, so we're on the Treasure Coast. We're about 100 miles north of Miami, and come take a look. It's a great place to live. You have everything. So
hey, before you sign off, I just want to say I am really looking forward to this. I think you and I are going to be able to bring some really solid contact here. I just wanted to be able to make this one here to kind of say, hey, this is what we plan on doing. This is the kind of things we're going to be talking about. But the next ones that we do are going to be really getting deep in detail about the certain subjects. But what I want to do is offer to everybody, whether you're in real estate or not, all about what Stewart's all about what real estate is here in Stewart. Also to those agents out there that are lost, maybe I'm the what's next. Just give me a call and I'll be able to help them out. But I wanted to say thank you to you because it's something that you and I have been working on for some time now. It's come to fruition. I woke up with butterflies in my stomach this morning because it's like, wow, this is the beginning of the beginning, and I'm looking forward to it. So I just want to say thank you very much, Joe, and I look forward to being in business with you, as always.
All right. Well, there you have it. The Keith and Joe show, the Joe and Keith show, the Synergy, your Synergy show. I don't know. We'll figure that out as time goes on. So if you have any suggestions, throw them out here. But anyway, thanks for coming from Stuart, Florida. This is Joe and Keith signing off.
Have a great day.